Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer a 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. And I also offer astrology birth charts. So let's dive in there, Aquarius, and let's see what messages the cards have for you for both you and your person's love journey thus far. What do you need to know? Okay guys, so you were coming in with the Chariot, which is Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon here guys, alright? And you were also coming in with the Hanged Man card. Hanged Man card is Pisces. Okay, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So let me just have a look at this. So Pisces is actually in your second house here. Material possessions. Alright guys. And that's ruled by Venus. Alright, so you're coming in with Cancer here. Let me just get that one for you. That's Cancer is actually in your 6th house, Mercury. Alright. That's communication. That's a high level of communication here, guys. Alright, so let me just get that for you. Let me just make sure. What I was initially picking up here for you, Aquarius, and this could be both you and your person, is the next step. What's the next step here? It's a big step. In the right direction, of course, but this big step is going to involve a lot of changes. These changes have to do with the home front here. These changes have to do with your environment. Because what it can also talk about here in your reading is going into a new environment in a sense here. And you want to go into this new environment is what I'm getting here. It's almost coming in as a new group of people here, getting to know a new group of people. Totally new group of people is what it's talking about here. Now you also have Pluto, and Pluto is retrograding at this time here guys, but what I get there in your reading is these are coming in. This is coming in for both you and your person. There are big changes that are happening here. These big changes are kind of coming in as you here being the focal point here guys, because it's once you step into this new environment here, you're the new. Here in your reading, I get you know that here. Your person knows that here in your reading. See, what it also tells me here is that you are prepared with the Chariot card. You are prepared in the sense here. You're not going into this blind. This is both you and your person. Here, you also know just how big this is. All right, guys. This next step is coming in with the Hanged Man card here. Normally, I would say awkwardness here, but it's coming in as shyness here, guys. There's a shyness here. If I could speak more to that word shy. Yeah. It's not so much a fear to be seen, it's the fact that you are seen here by your person, here Aquarius. So you normally would like to surround yourself here with people that you know, people that are the same as you in a sense here, guys. But with this new environment you're stepping into here, okay, it's a whole new ball game is what I'm getting. These are new people, all right? So let's say here in your reading you were a baker. I always come in with that one. A baker. Now you're going into, let's say, being a doctor or something along those lines. Here, guys, management. It's coming in that way. So the role is different, yet you have a lot to offer here. See, I get, you know you can do it. You know you can do it here. Yeah. You know you can build here in your reading. It's just that shyness here. And I would also, I could also talk about here just wary or cautious that it's going to change here. Because you would be able to adapt here in your reading. Yeah, let me keep going here, Aquarius, and let's pull some more cards. Okay, so you were coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Six of Cups, and you were coming in with the Empress card. Alright guys, the Empress card is Libra and Taurus here, and both signs are ruled by Venus here. And so, Taurus rules your third house of communication here, alright, thinking. And Libra is in your 8th house of transformations here, which is ruled by Pluto. Alright. Obstacles and challenges. This is the now. And this is the challenge. Here, guys. Let's just see that one here. This Knight of Pentacles here is coming in as that shyness here. Alright, when I spoke about the awkwardness here with the Hanged Man card, This Hangman card is coming in as the Knight of Pentacles. Here in your reading, the challenge. Here. They're ready. Your person is ready here. Okay, they do know what's, I want to say what's expected here, but no expectations here in your reading. They already trust here themselves, but it's actually the situation that they're not too sure about here in your reading, because once they make this move, your person, it's coming in as they're on show here. People are going to be looking at your person, people are going to be looking at you here, and not wanting to be seen. The Knight of Pentacles, not wanting to be seen here, not wanting to come out of a comfort zone here in a sense. But preparing themselves here because they know they need to. Yeah. Because this is about being in a relationship with you here, Aquarius, coming in with the Empress card. Now, you could be dealing with Taurus, could be dealing with Libra. You could also be dealing with Cancer here, guys, and Pisces. Not, you don't have to. Here, they may have those traits and characteristics here, guys. However, let's keep going here, eh? So, what it also talks about here in your reading, coming in with the Six of Cups here, it actually talks about your guys' relationship, your guys' dynamic here. Yeah. See, it does say here in your reading there have been some ups and downs. Alright, guys, let me keep going here. There's a comfort zone involved here. Okay, there's creature comforts here. This could be what the Hangman and the Chariot card is talking about. There's a comfortability here, and to come out of this comfortable space for both you and your person, yeah, creates this shyness. I do get it as shy here. Here, Aquarius. See, because what this could actually talk about here in your reading here, it's you know, and I spoke about the environment here, going into a new environment. There's a shyness involved in that as well, and that's coming in as both you and your person here. Because like I said, you're quite used to your creature comforts. You're quite used to being around people like yourself, in a sense, or people that you've developed relationships with over time. But at this point, what it's talking about here in your reading is that you're going to develop new relationships when it comes to your person. And this is the same with your person here. And hence why you come in with that shyness here. Let me pull some more cards here for you, Aquarius. Nervous here, could also be quite nervous, shy, nervous. Here in your reading, you may stutter Here you may sweat, you know, sweat when you get nervous. Because what it can talk about there in your reading is that, well, what I'm picking up here is this new environment here that either you or your person could be going into here. The level of communication is different here. And if you are worried about that, just know that come from your heart space. Yeah? Come from that. Here, guys. Speak with compassion and respect. All right? All right, let's go. Ooh. The fortune coming out a bit lately, guys. All right, let's go. So you have the Knight of Wands. You also have the Nine of Swords. And you also have the Wheel of Fortune here. So you're coming in with the potential outcome. Here in your reading, there's a fear that things haven't changed. That it's still going to be casual. Because that's how I see the Knight of Wands, is someone quite casual here. And I did speak about that here in your reading, is when you are going to invest. Here, guys, this is both you and your person. Then you have to see it through. Then you have to fully invest here. The cycle here, guys, yeah. The Nine of Swords. See, what it can talk about there in your reading is, well, what I'm picking up is that you want your person to settle down. They may want you to settle down, but there's a struggle happening there. There's conflict happening there. Coming in with the Nine of Swords. And see what the Nine of Swords represents here, guys, or how I see it, I should say. One way in which I could define and break it down is you don't have the control. But you want the control. You want things to go the way in which you want them to go here. Okay? You don't like a spanner in the works here. You don't want to deal with negative attachments, negative energy here. You don't want to be put in certain situations. So what happens there is that you always try and do certain things here to remain in control here. But for both you and your person, but what it can also talk about here is how to control your person. Now, coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, what it talks about there in your reading, it comes in as, yeah, of course, there are lessons to be learnt here. The Wheel of Fortune. See, the Wheel of Fortune talks about here in your reading, a cycle will continue. When you're coming in with the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Swords, that will continue here. Yeah. Until you choose yourself here in your reading. And the Hangman card can talk about that, choosing oneself here. The sacrifice here is to put yourself first here in your reading. And it may prove to be an awkward decision here, guys, because it's never really been about you here. You know what it can talk about here also, you can come in with addictions here, guys. Patterns and habits here. Toxic patterns of behaving. And I spoke about that shyness. And sometimes it can be seen as anxiety. Alright? And so what most people tend to do, what we tend to do here, guys, is that we overdrink. Drink alcohol to get rid of that nervousness here, to get rid of that shyness, that anxiety, and just to feel okay about ourselves. But what could happen there is you lose control. Yeah. And so what this talks about here is that it's a continuous cycle. I'm nervous. I get nervous when I go out, so I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink at home before I go out, feel a little bit better about myself, calm my nerves, and then I'm going to go out and I'm going to drink some more. But you lose your way here. So reach out if this is you. This could be both you and your person here. Okay, what I'm mentioning, guys. All right, reach out if that is you. Book an image reading, tarot reading with me. If you want to know the difference between the two, just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. Now, I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm also a holistic and spiritual counselor. And I can take you through counselling here to deal with the Nine of Swords. Okay, to help you to release and transmute that negative emotion and negative attachment, and negative energy that you're holding on to here. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Advice. Okay, 5 of Cups. So when you come in with the 5 of Cups, what it can be talking about there is exactly what I was leading to in terms of the potential outcome here, where that shyness, that anxiety can turn into mistakes here, making a wrong move here in your reading, in terms of what you do to calm your nerves, your anxiety here, rocking up to a party, rocking up to the scene here, guys, feeling a hell of a lot better about yourself, but losing your way in the party. Yeah. That can come in with the 5 of Cups, and then making certain choices, choosing certain people here in your reading, waking up in the morning and realizing to yourself, I could have made a better decision. The 5 of Cups here. See, it comes in as here in your reading for both you and your person. The intention is there. There is good intention in the beginning. All right, yeah, I can do this. I'm going to go towards you, the viewer. This is both you and your person here. I can go towards this person. Then you're getting nervous and shy here. Anxiety. To figure out where that comes from, guys. And so you're going to have a drink and calm your nerves. Maybe even take a couple of drugs. Here, some drugs. Smoke some cigarettes. All right. Get to the party. You're already in this hyped up mood because you've just taken some mood and mind altering substances here, guys. Yeah, and by the end of the night, you're walking out. You've forgotten what you've gone and done. Yeah, and then in the morning, it's absolute regret. That's what it's talking about here. And what I'm also picking up here is that it's just become a continuous cycle. You've been doing it for a while now. So reach out. Let's work on this here, guys. Yeah, let's work through this. All right. Lessons are there for us to learn from. It's not there for us to hold on to and think badly of ourselves and go into that withdrawn state where we feel of hopelessness and misery here. All right, that negative energy can be removed. It can be released and transmuted. Okay, guys? All right, just check the details in the description box, or alternatively check out the New Earth Community website. All right, okay. Thank you, Aquarius. Thank you for your reading. I do appreciate. And I'll catch you later. Bye.